Going on, everybody? You see a Jaguar back with another video, and it is here, guys, the NFL playoffs. I love the NFL playoffs, and for once my Jaguars are actually in it. So we'll get to that game a little later, but 32 NFL teams, 12 teams make it into the playoffs, so we are about to see some of the most elite teams in the NFL face off against each other. So today we are basically going to go through these wild card games, and I'm going to give you guys my predictions. I don't usually do predictions during the season, but I happen to just love I'll watch all the playoff games, and I happen just to love the NFL and all that it has to offer. So we got a bunch of good games coming up this weekend, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Now, the first game, we have the number 5 seed Tennessee Titans traveling to Arrowhead Stadium to face off against the number 4 seed Chiefs. And the Chiefs are 9-point favorites in this game. The Titans, they basically went on a 3-game skid at the end of the season where they lost, and then they finally beat the Jaguars in Week 17 to be able to clinch a playoff spot for them. And, the Chiefs, they are a team that started out the season really hot. They really look like the most elite team in the NFL, the last team to remain undefeated. Then they went through a little bit of a skid where they just weren't doing very good. Their gimmick plays just weren't working. They weren't making good use of their offensive weapons, and that led to them having a bunch of losses. Now, they have picked it up recently, beating teams like the Chargers and the Dolphins, and they are right back into it, and it looks like they're right back in the swing of things. Now, this game I see as a potential blowout, to be honest with you. I think the Chiefs are going to handle the Titans. The Titans, they beat an unmotivated Jaguars team in Week 17, and they didn't really look that impressive in the process. Arrowhead is a tough place to play. It's going to be cold there, and I just don't see the Titans being able to win this one. DeMarco Murray is out this game, so it will be Derrick Henry getting the start. And Derrick Henry did not do very well last week when he played against Jacksonville, basically getting 28 carries for 51 yards. Their run game wasn't very good. Marcus Mariota is obviously regressed a lot, and I just don't see the Titans being able to have enough firepower on offense to be able to outscore the Chiefs' offense. The Chiefs' offense is clicking. They have guys like Alex Smith, Travis Kelce, Tyreek Hill, Kareem Hunt. They have pretty elite players at every position, and with the way the Chiefs are playing lately, with them, playing at home, I see the Chiefs being able to win this game. And next up, we have the late afternoon game with the Falcons traveling to Los Angeles to face off the Rams. And the Rams are 6.5-point favorites this game. And this game was the toughest one for me to predict. You have an inexperienced Rams team who are just, now getting into playoffs after a pretty long drought. They have second-year quarterback Jared Goff, third-year running back Todd Gurley, rookie head coach in Sean McVay, and you could definitely see them getting upset by the Falcons. But I do see the Rams being able to pull this one out. The Falcons coming off of the Super Bowl hangover, they didn't have necessarily as good of a year as many people projected. I thought they were going to basically make another Super Bowl run, just seeing how much of their talent had come back, but the Super Bowl hangover was real for them this year, and getting a new offensive coordinator, just things weren't really rolling for the Falcons this year. So I do have the Rams winning this game, but I could very much see Matt Ryan taking this game over and leading their team to victory. If they can get Julio Jones involved, against the Rams defense, also try to get Freeman and Tevin Coleman involved. But I think that if they're going to win this game, they're going to have to do it passing. I don't see them necessarily being able to run it that well against the Rams, especially with Aaron Donald manning down their 3 technique spots. So I do see the Rams winning this one and moving on to the divisional round. Next game, we have Buffalo traveling to Jacksonville to face off against the Jaguars. The Jags are 9-point favorites this game, and the spread is kind of changing all throughout the days, and I do see the Jaguars being able to pull this one out. especially with LaShawn McCoy injured. He's basically got carted off the field last week against the Dolphins, and there's no way he's going to be 100%. If he does come in this game, he's obviously not going to be 100%, and I just don't see him making that much of an impact, because if you have a sprained ankle, you're going to need to make cuts. And without LaShawn McCoy, it's a big drop off at running back. The second leading rusher on their team is Tyrod Taylor, and just their pass game, their offense's identity is LaShawn McCoy. He is the ultimate X factor on the Bills, and I don't see, if they had to move to the pass game, I just don't see Tyrod Taylor being able to throw it against A.J. Boye, Jalen Ramsey, and just our elite group of cover guys. Jaguars have the best defense in the NFL, and if the Jaguars are somehow able to get up 10-0 and force the Bills to start passing, that will get them out of their comfort zone, and that will help the Jacksonville Jaguars win. So I do have the Jaguars winning this game. I think Blake Bortles will probably have less than 25 pass attempts in this game, and I just see us, with the Bills having such a bad run game, I see the Jaguars being able to get the run game back going with Leonard Fournette and basically riding his back to victory. Next up, we have the Saints hosting the Carolina Panthers. Saints are 7-point favorites in this NFC South little rematch, I should say. Even though they played twice, the Saints are 2-0 against the Panthers this year. And the Saints, they are extremely dynamic. They have Drew Brees back there at quarterback, and one thing that's helped out Drew Brees a lot is being able to have guys like Mark Ingram and the emergence of Alvin Kamara this season. That's helped him tremendously not have to put the whole team on his back and throw the ball 50 times a game, and do things through his arm. And also the Saints defense, they have much improved defense, led by their defensive rookie. I think is going to be the defensive rookie of the year, Marshawn Lattimore. They have some good pieces on their defense. The defense is playing really well, and the Saints could very well have the defensive player of the year, or defensive rookie of the year, and the offensive rookie of the year with Marshawn Lattimore and Alvin Kamara. So, the Panthers, I just think that, with Cam Newton struggling, we have the Carolina Panthers defensive coordinator, going out on job interviews, and I just don't see the Panthers being able to pull this one out. So I do have the Saints winning. Now, I do know that all of my predictions are pretty much just taking the favorite and taking the home team, but really, when I look around all these games, I feel comfortable with all of them except for the Rams game. I think the Rams versus Falcons is such a toss-up. I think anything could happen in that game. So, that's my predictions. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section, and who do you guys see as being the best chance of getting upset this weekend? So, with all that said, go Jaguars, and I'm out.